So, the Southern leaders are demanding for restructuring of Nigeria, especially through federalism. Let me play the video, that then we'll come back and discuss.
The meeting between the federal government and the governors and leaders of the South-South region was originally scheduled for Tuesday last week. But somehow, the federal government delegation led by the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, failed to show up, leaving the South-South leaders angry and accusing the federal government of utter disrespect for the region.
To also apologize once again to everyone gathered here today, our brothers and sisters from this region.
And with apologies tendered, the rescheduled meeting quickly went into the business of the day.
Mr. President has tasked members of this cabinet to ensure that his commitment with regards to the NSAS process are fully executed. He also warned that the right of citizens to protest must be respected and protected, for we exist in a democracy. However, in doing so, respect for the law and order must be adhered to, and the rights of other citizens must not be infringed upon.
The NSAS protest is a national wake-up call and time to face the reality and admit that some mistakes of the past have come to haunt us.
But the people of the South-South had other issues on their minds.
Unevenly, there are now strong desire that we need to restructure the country in order to guarantee peace, security, stability, and progress.
Speaking on behalf of the region, Delta State Governor and Chairman of the South-South Governors Forum, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, says it's time to restore the country to true federalism.
That we believe, support, and are committed to the restructuring of Nigeria in a way and manner that guarantees 1. True federalism and devolution of power to the states, including states creating and managing their own police and security architecture under a federal structure, as it is in all federal and some non-federal systems in the world. 2. True fiscal federalism, guided by the principle of derivation, revenue sharing, and control of resources by each state of the Federation, as it was the case in the First Republic.
The South-South people are also calling for the relocation of several subsidiaries of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation from Lagos and Abuja to the region. Completion without delay of the East-West Road and all federal roads in the region. Reconstruction and rehabilitation of all the major seaports, notably Port Harcourt.
Hello, Mr. Daniel, you heard that?
Yeah.
Yes,
restructuring have always been the issue they have been yearning for. And unfortunately, those are the power that brokered the power in the South, in the center, have always won't want to listen. You know, I just believe that because I know most of the leaders in the Southwest, Southeast has always called for the restructuring of Nigeria as a state, so that revenue, most of the what belongs to the region is like regionalizing our resources. But it's very unfortunate that the North, who have always in their own gang up, not wanting that, because virtually in Nigeria we still rely on the oil from the South, and they don't want to give it up. That has always been the challenges ever since. If you even look at the NNPC, the board of NNPC, the managing director of NNPC, it has always been the North. Buhari compounded the problem that even federal parastatals are now occupied by the northern brothers. You know, even the idea of national federal character has always have been completely killed by the Buhari administration. We do hope now that the southern leaders have now again re-emphasize the essence of having a restructured Nigeria, our system, they will listen, because after collecting those documents and all, they go back on their own, as a leaders among the emirs and northern leaders, to either say yes or no. That has always been the issue of Nigeria. To me, my suggestion is that we have gone beyond the restructuring of Nigeria. It is now for Nigerians to sit and see if actually we can exist as a country. If we can't exist, then restructuring is something that is inevitable. You understand? But if we cannot, as a country, exist as one, then everyone to your tent, O Israel. That is because these things have been lingering on for so long a time. And the problem we have always been facing is that the northern leaders who hold sway to power in the center will not want to agree with those. That has always been the issue.
Yeah, we have been proposing this system of federalism over these months, that we said, oh, okay, through federalism, it will minimize the crisis, the conflict between state power and the federal level. Okay, so that will give power to states to manage their own resources, implement security outfits. We have been discussing about this restructuring of Nigeria through federalism. And the Southern leaders came out today advocating for the system of federalism, which is good. But we are afraid that the Northerners will not allow that to happen in Nigeria, because they rely heavily on the Southern resources to survive in the country. And the Northerners are ruling the country right now. What do you think? Do you think these people will allow the system of federalism that will remove resources from the North?
Well, yes, that is a very big problem. They compounded this problem. Even the NSAS protests, all were because of the action of the northern leaders. You understand? They have negated the idea which is embedded in our constitution of the principles of federal character. Yesterday, Buhari has again sent for confirmation to Senate. You understand? Professor Yakubu to be confirmed as the INEC chairman.
You see,
if our Senate were really, down to earth for the progress and unity of this country, that should not be granted. These are the problems we are facing. But unfortunately, we have a Senate president who is also from the North, who is also attending the Northern Leaders Forum and Emirs Forum to decide on the fate of this country. That is where the problem lies. Because if you are going to talk about sincerity of purpose in this country, if you are going to talk of unity in this country, if you know that you have cheated the Southerns for long, then there's a wisdom you have to apply. Most of those positions you hold sway to yourself, you have to let go. One would have expected that they would turn back the INEC chairman confirmation by the president and look for a Southerner, so that they will not, the Southerner, the heat of trying to restructure, the Southwest will ask for it, the Southeast will ask for it, is because the way they are managing Nigeria as a country,
I understand.
it is self-centered on the North.
Yeah, it's
that
like
is the problem.
Right now in Nigeria, the major political powers are concentrated in the hands of the
northern leaders.
When you look at resources in Nigeria, it's coming from the Southern region. And the Northerners, they lack respect for the Southerners. Okay, NSAS protests in a democratic society is being constructed as if it's a taboo. It's a taboo in Nigeria, only by the Northerners. NSAS protest is a democratic right. In any democratic society, you have the right to. We've been left in darkness in Nigeria. They rely heavily on us for survival. Still, they lack respect for us. And moreover, They are violating human rights in Nigeria. Okay, the federal government, under the auspices of the Northerner, President Muhammadu Buhari, and his people, I would say, his people sent military to open fire on protesters in a democratic society. They even prosecute those alleged to be the sponsors of ESA's protests. You can see how the oppression is coming from the north, and we are fed up of this type of system. That's why I understand why the governors came together today. Even last week, they called for a meeting. The Southern leaders, traditional rulers, governors, all of them came together last week, invited the president. He refused to attend the meeting. He refused to attend the meeting. You can see how we are so divided in Nigeria that the Northerners are speaking in different voice, while the Southerners are speaking in different voice. So we have to find solution to this, either through federalism system that will relinquish power to states to manage their own resources, generate internal revenue, implement policies like implementing security outfits. We have to minimize this conflict going on in Nigeria a little bit. Not that it will solve the problem, but it will help to minimize the problem. Mr. Daniel, your take on it.
Yeah. Yes, you have said it all. The North they are so greedy, and that is what led to all this we are passing through now. You know, the greed of holding to every sectors of the power.
Exactly.
That is a greed that has brought these issues to us. You know, until they begin to see the need that they are dividing us the more, it will be very difficult for us to stop agitating for a state of our own. You understand? If you look at every sector, look at even the NNPC, of which the North does not have a crude oil. They are the chairman, they are the managing director of it. Until they begin to see the need of inculcating justice within their system, principles of federal character. I keep saying it. You know, those leaders like Obasanjo, Jonathan, that has held this country for a while. You see, the heat was not much because they were able to manage that principles of federal character very well, so that not negating the North from the South, they share power, positions accurately. But the problem we have with Buhari when he came, maybe that was why they did everything to ring in Buhari for their own selfish aim. And now it is telling on us as a country. The UK has come out. We know that corruption is in Nigeria. That is not the major basics. We thank them for going on their findings and bringing out how Nigerian money has been looted. Fine. But they should go back to the agreement they had with Nigeria over the amalgamation. It was a test run principle of 50 years, of which it cannot work. The UK as a country can write to United Nations that Nigeria is a test run country, that the individual traditional rulers should again sit to agree whether we can exist as a nation or we can go our separate way. You understand? That would be better from the better service the United Kingdom would do to Nigeria as a country.
Yeah,
that is my take.
We appreciate the sanction that they were proposing for offenders in Nigeria, especially the politicians who are violating human rights in the country. However, we have to go back to the root causes of this crisis in Nigeria. You understand what I'm trying to say? The root causes of this crisis, it started after Nigeria gained independence in 1960. Mr. Daniel, just few years after independence, to show that we cannot coexist in peace and harmony in Nigeria. It's one example that we cannot coexist in peace and harmony. Let me summarize what happened. Nigeria gained independence. They amalgamated us together before we were living separately. Okay, so they amalgamated us together Few years after after independence, political and tribal tensions led to civil war. Led to the civil war. What happened? When the first school that was carried out by some measures in the Nigerian army at that time, led to the death of leaders, political leaders across the country. But the Northerners, because of their lack of tolerance, these people, they have zero sense of tolerance, Mr. Daniel, the Northerners. Zero sense of tolerance. And I think we should go back again and read the principles of democracy. Principles of democracy in 21st century. The Northerners, just because they lack that sense of tolerance, they start killing people in the northern region that later exacerbated the civil war. When you look at what happened during the first coup, Mr. Daniel, it led to the death of political leaders across the country. Other tribal groups in Nigeria did not react the way the Northerners overreacted, and they killed thousands of innocent Igbos in the northern region. Because they are very bloody, and these people, they have zero sense of tolerance. Even in the 21st century, in a democratic society like Nigeria, you can see the way the Northerners are overreacting over NSAS protests. Over their social media bill that they were proposing, because they lack this sense of tolerance. They should go back and study the principles of democracy in 21st century. If they cannot tolerate peaceful protests in Nigeria, they cannot tolerate freedom of speech, then they should find solution to Nigeria. If they go on their own separate way, where their youth, they can do whatever they want to their youth and accumulate many Boko Haram members in the north. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I don't care. They should go on their own separate way. You understand? Give them the opportunity and power to manage their own youth, their people by themselves. Then they will be regulating their people. Nobody will come and ask them. If they like, they accumulate millions of Boko Haram members in the north. It will not affect us. You understand what I'm saying? They lack sense of tolerance. They are not ready to tolerate anything at all, because they don't even understand the definition of democracy, the principles of democracy in 21st century. These people they still don't know what is going on. And they want us to coexist in peace and harmony while they will be suppressing us. They want to
my take on this issue is that it is high time, now that the UK Parliament has started looking at Nigeria, the killing and others, and bringing out a lot of errors that have done in the past. The problem of Nigeria did not even start from independence. Let us be very frank. When they amalgamated Nigeria, northern, southern territory together to exist as one, the documents are available to the British that it was a test run for 50 years. They did not even consider it when they were managing various constitutions that led to independence of Nigeria. Now, the amalgamation has elapsed 50 years. The best the UK can do to Nigeria, we know corruption is there, it will minimize if we really sit down ourselves together. The country as a state is a problem of itself. The country as a state is a problem of itself. So the British can do us well by writing to the United Nations, who is now the world policing, that Nigeria as a country is faulty. Now that an amalgamation 50 years has elapsed, what needs to be done now is for a conference of all the landowners, traditional rulers from the south,
we are
the
not
east.
too far from this, Mr. Daniel.
Yes.
We have gone too far. So come back again.
So
that's how.
no, if we really have to get it right, The northern leaders are not ready to relinquish powers. They keep holding their federal. Imagine the statement from the IG yesterday that the NSAS protest was meant to overthrow Buhari.
Oh,
That was the statement from the IG yesterday. Very annoying. That these people are, we are talking of holding conferences between regions, and yet they are not repentant. They are not repentant. Statement will still come tomorrow that is so offensive. I tell you, we are only agitating for restructuring. They are not ready for it because they have so they are. The north was rich. The north was rich. You know, you can see how God is punishing them. The north was rich. All of a sudden, the north left their richness to want to put their eyes on our oil in the south. No more Kaduna pyramids. Kaduna pyramids have disappeared from the system. Many countries are surviving with agriculture. The north left their agriculture alone, diving into the oil. And they are helping us destroy it more because very soon oil will no longer exist. How do we now survive in the south? You can see this is right time the UK, since they are now decided to bring the issue before the floor of the parliament, they should conclude it completely and save this country, save the people that is living in this country, or else we are all doomed.
Mr. Daniel, these people,
that is the basic truth.
These people, like what I said before, they are not ready to tolerate the principles of democracy. They lack respect for the Satanists, and they are dominating the country. The major political powers, or let's say the major powers right now, are all concentrated in the hands of the Northerners. These are the people who are not encouraging education. The money allocated for defense spending in Nigeria is going to the north more than any region of the country because of the children that they are raising. They are raising this big circle of illiterate children in the north with little or no future but to join Boko Haram members. And then tomorrow, the money coming from the crude oil from the south region of Nigeria will be allocated to fight the children that they are raising in the northern region. Still, these people don't have any respect for us, the Southerners. And they're not giving us power. When it comes to the major powers, the major positions in Nigeria, they are all in the northern region of Nigeria. They don't allow us to occupy important positions in the country. They are dominating the country, of which the resources is coming from the southern region. That's why we are advocating for this system of federalism that will take power away, that will take resources away from the north. Then we will be managing our own resources. They should go to the northern region, take care of their resources, generate their revenue in the northern region, take care of their Boko Haram children that they are raising in the north. Do you know that excess crude accounts, I repeat again, Nigerians, you should listen now. Excess crude accounts, President Muhammadu Buhari took $1 billion to fight Boko Haram from excess crude accounts. But they are not encouraging education. That is why they are raising big circle of Boko Haram members in the northern region. The major security issues in Nigeria right now are all in the northern region. Look at Fulani herdsmen. The other time they were using our money coming from oil from the southern region to settle their so-called Fulani herdsmen. They use our money coming from our oil to settle these people, the children that they are raising in the northern region. If the southern region, the people from the south are like the northerners, do you think Nigeria will develop? The way they are living their lives there, when they lack sense of tolerance, any little thing like this, they want to kill. They want to prosecute. I don't think we can coexist in peace and harmony in Nigeria. These same people are planning to dominate, or they are dominating Nigeria right now. They don't allow the southern region to occupy the important positions in the country. Even though they are not educated, if you ask them to come and represent their position, they cannot present themselves properly. Look at President Muhammadu Buhari, who cannot read, who cannot speak. I can't understand what he's talking about. Nigerians are complaining. He can't comprehend reality. People are communicating. He can't understand what people are saying. He can't answer questions from the media. Mr. Daniel, honestly, we have to do something about this because we cannot continue like this.
The only way we can do it, you can't fight them. The NSAS protests, they will use the army to dominate. That is why, if you look at the setup in the Nigerian army presently, they keep retiring those Southerners from the army because they want to have full dominance of the army in case crisis like this come. The only people that can help us, I keep saying it now, is the UK, the British, who started this all, who gave us the independence. If they are really, now that they are coming up the floor of the parliament, UK parliament, then they will have to finish it up. It is only then, maybe when they announced the hit from the UK, maybe it will make them have a change of heart. The kind hatred they have for those in the South, it will stop, realizing that you are talking of $1 billion that Buhari took from the SS crude account. Do you know billions of dollars that have been taken from that SS crude account by Babangida?
Yes.
By Babangida in search of crude oil in the north? And at the end of the day, it came out with water. Go and make it. A lot of those who have worked in the sector will tell you billions of dollars in search of oil in the north. The only regret I keep saying is that I wish they have oil in the north. They should. I tell you, they would have lived. They would have called for an independent state of the north. They have been searching for it long ago.
I wish not
from Babangida, they have used billions in search of crude oil in the north.
They can't get
the last one they did in Chad, water came out. This country, the restructuring, the Southeast will call for restructuring, Northwest will call for restructuring, and yet they are not listening. Tomorrow you get Fulani herdsmen entering our forest, killing important personality within. We are in a secret war in Nigeria, and the north is the hem of it.
Yes. I'm not saying that there's no problem going on in the southern region of Nigeria, of course.
Yes, we have our own problem.
However, the northern region of Nigeria constitutes 70% matter. Billions of naira was allocated to fight Boko Haram. To Sabo Dasuki, the money was embezzled through his office. Billions of naira was allocated. The money was not used to fight Boko Haram. Boko Haram today is still terrorizing the country. So every day they take money from the SS crude account to fight Boko Haram, and there's no future in it. They are not able to defeat Boko Haram, and the money is gone. Gone, Mr. Daniel.